Warning: BITAG Live Morning caters to mature audiences. Topics discussed are particularly on hot, timely, current issues purposely intended for Filipino viewers and listeners worldwide. Discussions may contain language that may not be appropriate for some sensitive audiences. If you do not approve of the content listed above, please do not watch our videos. If you wish to continue, we strongly advise that you proceed with caution. Viewer maturity is advised. Analyzing the present is not going to be easy until you really fully understood what strategy and tactics are all about. Strategically, tactically, yun meron hong estilo. Yung estilo ho ni President Digong, there's this tactical, strategical approach in handling the U.S. by way of, going to China, and the China is basically the another country na talagang tinatarget ni President Duterte, and Duterte knows that China's listening, and so therefore Duterte is talking more like singing a song of music to the ears of the Chinese. And so the Chinese responding music to the ears of the Filipinos or Philippines. What's not music to the ears, basically sa U.S. So that's a strategy. Saan ba yung sinasabing parang music to the ears? Nagkakaintindihan ng Chinese at saka ang Philippines. I'm not saying, this is just the first step. And we're not only talking about response. Stimulus and response. Kung kayo yung nag-aral ng, science, and stimulus and response, and, ang ginagawa ho ni Duterte is a stimulus. Yun ho mga sound bites na yan are a stimulus that needs response. And he's successful because the Chinese are responding positively doon sa kanyang stimulus o sa kanyang mga ginagawang mga sound bites. And so the Chinese is complimenting the way that the Duterte is singing the song, which is singing the song, and it's like music to the ears to the Chinese, and the Chinese singing the same song for Duterte, for Filipino people, so to forge a close economic and sabihin natin ties and cooperation, which a lot better na eventually nawala na ho yung buisit ng China. Binabanatan ho tayo ng panahon ho ni Pinoy yung sa China. Sa mga newspaper nila, we're being called this and that, and then we're being laughed off. And all of a sudden, nagkaroon ng shift yung mga Chinese. Positive ho sila sa nangyari. So that's one thing. So what does it mean? It's forging cooperation and ito kind of relations na although sa iba ho sinasabi, we must be interdependent for foreign policy, tulad ho sinabi ni Ramos, tama ho siya. Pero dito hindi ho nakikita ni President Fidel Ramos yung tactical and strategical strategy specifically for one country na yun hong pinaka-objective, and the goal of the president is to get the attention and get something going because, for such a long time the U.S. hasn't really made any, or our country hasn't come up with some kind of na tumaas ho ang antas ho ng pamumuhay ng mga Pinas. Sabing, nga naman, simpleng bagay lang pag tinanong mo. And dami ho talaga nag-aasam-asam, nagkakandara pa para makapunta sa US. Kawawa yung iba na yung mga visa na yan. Visa. Simpleng bagay lang ho to. Hindi natin sinasaltik ang Amerika. I'm looking at analyzing this person, what we call stimulus and response, the power of words. The words can break or make. The words can either get the attention or either the words can simply be, they'll just ignore you. Dito ho, naging successful ho si Duterte na matawagan na kuhang pansin ho ng US na paglapit sa China. Doon ho nang sinasabi ho ng US ang response. The administration has not sent any official communication to Washington about the shift of any, aspect of bilateral cooperation. Ibig sabihin, pwede naman sana kung sinabi, kailangan pa bang i-memorize yan? Kailangan bang sabihin yan? Read between lines. Whereas sa China, they can read the lines and they can find music to the ears sa bibig ho ni Duterte na sometimes full of mura dito, PI, pero hindi nila pinapansin yun. In fact, sinasabi ng China, we support you in your war against drugs, and the U.S. says, no, you better start being humane. You try to do this. Doon ho na buisit si Digong kasi Duterte only wants support, just like the support that the U.S. is giving to Mexico. Bakit ho nila sinusuportan ng Mexico? Kasi nabebentahan huli ng mga military hardware by the billions of dollars against terrorism and drugs. Malapit ho kasi sa border na lang Pilipinas, napakalayo ninyo. Kaya, kumbaga, kung pangaralan tayo na parang akala mo mga eng-eng na hindi marurunong si Duterte, pinagsabihan ho ni Obama, nagalit ho si Duterte kasi parang sinasabi, nililiit nyo lang kami rito, kailangan namin ng suporta rito, ni military support, magte-training kayo, pabor sa inyo. Ba't tayo magte-training? Sasabak nyo kami, tapos wala kang iniiwan equipment, pag nagkagulo, iiwan nyo lang kami. Kaya kayo nandito dahil may balak din kayo. Hindi nyo sinasabi sa amin. Alam naman namin kung anong balak ninyo. So parang, these are, things na nakakuha ho ng pansin. Natawagan, hindi lang natawagan, kumbaga, I got your attention. Now you know. You want to negotiate? You want to strengthen ties between the U.S. and the Philippines? Send in your ambassador and make sure that the ambassador doesn't have that diarrhea in his mouth and start, blubbering his mouth and then, making a comment on internal affairs namin dito sa bansa na to the interference na kung tawagin. Doon ho na buisit si Digong. Whereas sa China, hindi ho nakikilaman China na buisit lang sila doon sa mga statement na ginawa natin sa panahon ho ni Dilaw. Alam naman ng China, hindi talaga sumusunod yan. Pero dito, baka sakaling mahilot. So, anong sinabi ng China? Positibo agad. You get it? Kung yung US nga, nakikipag-alyansa sa China, dumidikit. So, why can't we?